From the pages of comic books to the big screen, the X-Men have redefined what it means to be a hero. But how did this team of misunderstood mutants rise from the shadows of prejudice to become some of the most iconic figures in pop culture? Hi, I'm Zach. Welcome to the channel. If you love comics, superheroes, and all things pop culture, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more deep dives like this one. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history of the X-Men, exploring their rise from the comic book page to cultural icons. From their debut in the 60s to key battles in the 90s to the mutant-centric stories in the Marvel Universe today. We'll look back at the milestones that have shaped them into the team we know today. This is the evolution of the X-Men. It all began in 1963 when the legendary Stan Lee and Jack Kirby introduced the world to the X-Men in X-Men 1. The concept was revolutionary. A team of mutants born with extraordinary abilities, yet ostracized by society for being different. Led by the telepathic Professor X, the X-Men were a group of outcasts, fighting for peaceful coexistence with humanity in a world that feared and hated them. What set the X-Men apart was their exploration of real-world issues, like prejudice, discrimination, and the fear of the unknown. Unlike other heroes, the X-Men weren't fighting for fame or fortune. They were fighting to be accepted. Their battle wasn't just against supervillains. It was against the world itself. In the 70s and 80s, the X-Men stories grew darker and more complex. One of the most memorable arcs during this time was the Dark Phoenix Saga, where Jean Grey, one of the founding X-Men, is overtaken by the cosmic power of the Phoenix Force. This story showcased not only the immense power of mutants, but the tragic consequences of that power. Jean's transformation into the Phoenix Force highlighted the emotional depth and complexity of the X-Men. It wasn't just about battles with evil. It was about personal sacrifice, the weight of responsibility, and the devastating consequences of losing control. By the 90s, the X-Men were at the height of their popularity. The X-Men animated series brought the team into the homes of millions of fans, while cosmic events like Executioner's Song and the Age of Apocalypse introduced high-stakes storylines and some of the most memorable characters in Marvel history. The 90s also brought about a shift in the public's perception of mutants, as the X-Men became symbols of resistance, challenging oppressive systems and fighting for equality. The team wasn't just a group of heroes, it was a voice for marginalized communities and an emblem of standing up against injustice. While the X-Men have always been about action-packed adventures, their most lasting impact lies in their role as a metaphor for real-world issues. From the civil rights movement to the LGBTQ+ rights movement, the struggles of the X-Men have reflected society's ongoing battles against intolerance and discrimination. The X-Men became one of the most relatable superhero teams as fans saw themselves in the struggle of mutants, fighting for a place in a world that was afraid of them. They showed us that being different doesn't mean being less than. It's what makes us powerful. In 2000, the X-Men hit the big screen, changing the landscape of superhero films forever. Directed by Bryan Singer, X-Men was a groundbreaking film that brought the team into mainstream pop culture. It was a bold step forward, proving that comic book movies could be serious, emotional, and complex. The film was not just about spectacular battles, it was about the relationships between the characters, the deep-rooted fear of the unknown, and the challenges of working together as a team despite their differences. As the X-Men evolved, so did their role in the larger Marvel universe. Storylines like Days of Future Past and House of X to the broader Marvel mythos, sometimes standing at the center of universe-altering events. Through their struggles and triumphs, the X-Men have become more than just a superhero team. They represent the fight for a better world where equality, justice, and acceptance prevail. The X-Men's legacy extends far beyond comics and films. From video games like X-Men Legends to animated series like X-Men, the animated series, they've inspired generations of fans. The X-Men are heroes that continue to resonate with audiences of all ages, proving that their message of hope and equality is timeless. The X-Men's journey is far from over, with new stories, new heroes, and the potential to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The X-Men are ready for their next evolution. Their legacy of fighting for a better world will continue to inspire future generations. From their first appearance in X-Men 1 to their present-day stories, the X-Men have changed the comic book world forever. What's your favorite X-Men moment? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite comic book characters.